Good morning, everybody. I was asked to put together a short chair class video for those of you that may not be looking for a regular floor practice or maybe just have the inability to get on and off the floor with ease. So I'm just going to show you a really basic, easy chair class. You can use any type of seat or chair that you may have. Something without arms is going to be easiest, just so that you have some range to move without bumping into the arms of the chair. You don't even need a yoga mat if you have a yoga mat and you want to lay it out. In regular classes, we do use the yoga mat to keep our chairs on. It keeps your chair from slipping or sliding across the floor, and it also keeps your feet from slipping when we're doing the standing postures using the chair. So that's it. That's all you need is a chair and enough space for your arms to move about without running into anything. So yeah, let's get ourselves settled and started. You're just gonna sit on your chair wherever you're comfortable. If your feet don't touch the floor, like me, I'm short, you can use something to put underneath your feet, or just scoot yourself so you're on the chair and the feet have the ability to be flat. If you have the space and you want to, you can suck those feet up and into easy pose. But again, it's wherever your body wants to be and whichever seat is most comfortable for you. So you're gonna let your hands rest on the thighs. You're gonna roll those shoulders back, spines are nice and long. Let the shoulder blades melt down the spine. Close your eyes or turn your gaze down towards the floor. You're just slightly drawing that jawline back to lengthen the back of your neck. And then finding your breath. Nice, slow, deep inhales, completely filling your lungs up, feeling your belly expand, your rib cage expand, all the way into your chest. And then very slowly exhaling your way all the way back down. Slowly start to rock your head side to side, front to back. It's really whatever feels good for you, releasing any tension that you might notice there. So you're going to slowly work your way to the center. If you've got your legs sucked up, we're going to bring them to the floor. And we're going to scooch our butts so we're sitting more on the edge of the chair with our feet flat to the floor. So we're going to cross our right ankle or our right leg up and over the left. And we're going to twist ourselves open to our right side. So your left hand will come to the outside of that right thigh. Right hand is going to come to the side. the top, or even all the way over to the left side of the chair, depending on your flexibility, opening up. So your spine is nice and long, your chest is open to that right side. And release, slowly bring yourselves back around to the center. Keep the legs crossed. We're gonna do a side bend. So left hand is gonna hold to the side of the chair. And as you inhale, you're gonna bring your right arm up and then folding in. So you're kind of pressing out that right rib cage, opening up that right side body as best you can. As you inhale, bringing yourselves back up to the center. We're going to uncross the legs and then cross over the left ankle or the left leg. We're going to twist open to our left side, so right hand holding that left thigh, left hand to the side, the top or the back of the chair. Back around to the center. Right hand will hold on as you inhale, sweeping that left arm up overhead, pressing that rib cage out again, opening up the left side body. As you inhale, bringing yourselves back up. We're going to uncross those legs. We're going to do just a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. We're going to take your right arm, you're going to open it straight up to that right side, cross it over the chest, and then bring that left hand up underneath and pull that right arm in across the chest as much as you can. It's a great deltoid stretch and back of the shoulder. Go ahead and release. You're gonna roll the shoulders out, give them a little shake. Now we're doing the same thing on their side. Left arm out, across the chest, pull that right arm under and in to squeeze that left arm into the chest. Go ahead and release that left arm, roll those shoulders out. Perfect. So I want you to plant the feet so you're about hip distance apart with the feet, sitting at the edge of the chair if you adjust it at all, just so that you have that space to have a nice even seat and weight across the legs and into the feet. Hands are gonna rest on our thighs. We're gonna do some seated cats and cows. So same as cats and cows on the floor. You're still engaging the core, you're still flexing and extending the spine just without having to get down on that mat. So hands are resting, inhaling, shoulders go back, chin and heart come forward, inhaling into your cow. And then as you exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin and tailbone, you're pressing that spine behind you. And then just follow your own inhales and exhales. Inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Good, so you're gonna do one more each. So one cow, and then one cat. And at the end of that cat, you're just gonna slide those hands down the legs and come into a forward fold. Your belly can rest on the thighs, keeping those feet hip distance. If you want a deeper stretch, you're gonna wiggle those feet apart and let the belly go between the thighs. Neck and spine are nice and long, just like if we were standing in our forward fold. Just letting everything sink. Letting those hip flexors and low back release. As you begin your inhale, you're going to use the core, curl the spine, bring yourselves all the way up to your seat. You can bring those feet back in so they're hip distance apart. And we're going to do just a couple of seated sun salutations. If you've ever been to class, you know how these go. 2 stretches on the right, 2 stretches on the left, forward folds and half lifts in between. So seat, again, you're at the edge of the chair. Your sits bones are on the chair. Spines are nice and long. We're going to bring our hands into heart center. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, sweep up. We're going to add in just a little back bend. And then as you exhale, up and over, coming into forward fold. Just like with the last one, you can rest the belly on the thighs or wiggle the feet apart, getting that deeper stretch. Either way, you want the neck and the spine to be nice and long. And as you inhale, bring your hands to shins or kneecaps. Draw the elbows back towards the hips and coming into your half lift. Your core is engaged and nice and strong. The spine is long. Shoulders are down. You're reaching through the crown of the head. As you exhale, slide those hands down back into a forward fold. On your inhale, gently curl your spines, come all the way up to your seat. We're going to take our right knee and we're going to pull it in. So if you don't have the ability to hold on to the knee like this or hold on to the shin like this, you can use a towel and pull it in. If you have a yoga strap, you can put the strap around to pull it in. Or you can even just use a stool or something put in front of you just to rest that foot on so that you're pulling the foot up higher than that leg that's on the floor. If you're in that seated position, with the fingers interlaced, the shoulders stay down the back, the spine stays nice and long, and you're squeezing that leg in as far as you can get it to go. You can stay right here, sitting up nice and tall. If you'd like it a little extra stretch on the back line of the neck, you're just going to let the chin tuck in, the nose going down towards the kneecap. Inhale, bring your head up. Straighten your right leg out. We're going to this half lift point. Quads, hip flexors, core are engaged. Spine stays nice and long. Good. Bend the knee, plant the feet. Hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, sweep up. Hinge from your hips. Fold in.
As you inhale, hands to shins or kneecaps, getting that half lift again. Elbows are drawing back. Core is strong, spine is long. Reach through the crown of the head. As you exhale, fold in. On your inhale, engaging the core, curl your spine, bring yourselves to your seat. Left leg is going to come up and in, so same thing as the other side, interlacing if you have the space, using a strap or towel or a prop underneath that foot just to bring it up as far as you're comfortable going. If you're squeezing in, spine is long, shoulders are back, heart comes forward. Staying here or tucking the chin, bringing the nose down towards the kneecap, stretching the back of the neck. Inhale, head is going to come up. Left leg is going to straighten out. Half lift point again. Nice strong quads, strong core. Hip flexors are engaged. Bend the knee, plant the foot. Inhale, exhale, inhale up. As you exhale, fold in. On your inhale, hands to shins or kneecaps, half lift. As you exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, curl your spine, come back to your seat. We're going to squeeze the right knee in again. And then from here, we're actually going to take the fingers and we're going to go behind. So you're holding onto the thigh, just behind that knee space, just above the knee space. Again, strap or towel here will work just fine if you're not comfortable interlacing the fingers. And then you're going to work on straightening that leg up as best you can. Intense stretch on the back line of the leg, so it's okay if your leg is down here. It's really wherever you're going to get the best stretch. And then you want to play around with pointing the heel, pointing the toe, because where that foot is and where that flexion or extension is in the foot is going to change the stretch in your leg. So go ahead and move those toes around, get all the benefits of it. So I want you to slowly lower that right leg just to that half lift point. Spine is long, strong core, strong quads. And bend that right knee, plant the foot. One more time, guys. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, half lift. As you exhale, fold in. spine, use the core, come all the way to your seat. One more time, left leg coming in. Grab your strap or towel if you need that help. And you're gonna take the fingers behind, interlace them, or put your strap or towel behind, and then work on straightening up that left leg. Spine is nice and long, keep those shoulders back, and then flexing and extending that foot, finding the best stretch here. So you're going to go ahead and release that left leg just to that half lift point one more time. Strong core, strong quads. Got to bend the knee, release the foot to the floor. One more big inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold in. On your next inhale, sweep your arms open, come all the way to the top, a little back bend, and bring those hands back down. Beautiful. We're gonna stand ourselves up. We're gonna do a couple of standing postures just to get into the body a little bit differently. If you've been in the class, you probably know what's coming. We're gonna do triangle, pyramid on either side, and then we're gonna do a really nice heart, shoulder, chest opener to follow before we have another seat. So grab your chair, and you're just gonna turn it so that you can see me, okay? And I'm gonna face sideways so that you guys can see what's going on. So you want the seat of the chair in front of you so that you have the ability to put your hand on the seat. You're gonna take your right foot and you're gonna step your right foot underneath so that the right knee, the front of that right leg, is really close to the seat of the chair, okay? Left foot is gonna step back and my heels are lined up for triangle, okay? You're gonna open up your arms, you're gonna take a big inhale, and as you exhale, shift your hips back, reach forward, bring your right hand to the seat, and then your left arm to the sky. If you have the space, you can sink yourselves down and come on to the forearm. So you're lining up the right elbow and up towards the ceiling in a nice straight line. And on your next inhale, use that core, bring yourselves up to standing, and you can bring your arms down. So you're gonna back the right foot up just a little bit, and then you're gonna take your left foot and you're gonna step it out and turn it in. So we're lining up for our pyramid. You don't want your whole leg underneath the edge of the chair. You want just the toes are underneath the edge of the chair. So you're gonna square up your hips so the hips are square with the seat. You're gonna inhale, arch back, and then you're gonna exhale, fold in. So your legs are staying straight, and the hands will come down to the seat of the chair. The more that you fold in here, the more of a stretch you're going to get. Trying to keep the legs straight, the hips are sucking back into the socket, and you're getting a really nice opening on the back line of that right leg to start. So I want you to bend your right knee and step your left foot up so it's right next to it and you're in a forward fold. So you can be on your hand, you can be on your forearms, or if you have the space, walk those feet back and you can just come into a regular forward fold, keeping the hands to the chair or bringing them down to the floor, wherever you are the most comfortable. On your next inhale, you're gonna slowly curl your spine, use your core, bringing yourselves to standing. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna move the chair just so that you've got a little different perspective for these two poses here. So you're gonna step your left foot forward, you're up underneath the chair with that triangle pose so that the knee is right by the edge of the seat. You're gonna step your your right foot back, sorry. So left foot is up underneath the seat, right foot is stepping back, your heels are lined up. So we're doing triangle and then pyramid again, this time on the left side. So opening those arms up, you're gonna take a big inhale. As you exhale, shift the hips back, reach that right arm or left arm forward, left hand down, right arm will go up. Again, if you have the space and you would like, you can sink down onto your left forearm. And as you begin your inhale, using that core, bring yourselves back up. Hands are gonna come down. You're gonna take your left or right foot, step it out, adjust that left foot if you need to so that you're gonna be able to square yourself up with the front of that chair where that seat is. That's where your hips are, nice and square with each other. You're gonna bring your hands to your hips. You're gonna inhale, arch back, and then as you exhale, fold in so legs stay straight. You're hinging from the hips, hands or forearms down to the seat of your chair. And bending your left knee this time, step your right foot forward, come into your forward fold. Again, hands, forearms to the chair or walk those fingers back and just come into your forward fold without using the chair or just resting the fingers on the seat. And as you inhale, using your core, bring yourselves all the way back to standing. Good. So we have one more thing and then we're gonna have a seat. So you're gonna grab your chair and you're gonna put it in front of you so that you've got some space behind you to walk your feet back. So we're gonna hold on to the back of the chair, walking our feet back. Knees are gonna stay bent. You're letting the weight of your chest and your head pull towards the floor so that you get this really nice expansion across the chest and opening in the back line of the neck, the shoulders, and even the back line of the legs. So you want to keep a nice soft knee here. So holding on to the chair, you're going to start walking yourself back. As you walk back, you're going to let yourself fold in. So you want to bend the knees, let the head be heavy, and the chest melt towards the floor, using the weight of the head to help weigh everything down. Knees stay nice and soft so you're not hyperextending. And breathe. As you begin your next inhale, you're going to slowly start walking yourselves forward, bring yourselves all the way up to standing. Perfect. You're going to take your chair, you're going to move it back to your space to have a seat on it. So wherever it was before, that's where you're going to go back to and have a seat. Good. So we have a hip stretch.
a half forward fold, and then we're going to, if you would like, go to your floor space or stay in your chair for Shavasana. So let's start ourselves off with our hip stretch. We're gonna do a seated figure four, half pigeon kind of a pose. So you're gonna take your left leg and cross it over the right. If this is a challenge for you, there are a few modifications, but really you're gonna try and do the best that you can. You can always just use some props. You can keep your leg low, not bringing it up top, but you're gonna need something for that leg to rest on. You can just let that leg fall open, kind of in a half cobbler. It's gonna be a very different stretch. This pose is kind of hard to modify from the chair. So if you can, you're gonna cross it over. If your knee is totally up to the sky, that's okay. You're just gonna try and let it relax as much as you can. You can fold yourself in here. So the more that you fold or the more weight that you press onto that left knee as you fold in, the deeper of a stretch. If you have the space and you want to completely fold yourself in and over, you can go there. But again, it's not necessary. Really just keeping your seat hinged from the hips just that little bit is going to give you a really lovely stretch all through that left side. On your inhale, you're going to bring yourselves back up if you're folded in. We're going to take this left leg and we're going to straighten it all the way out. So our right knee is bent and the foot is to the floor. Our left heel, or if you have the space in your ankle, that whole left foot will be pressing down. And you're going to slide yourself down into a fold and just forward fold, half forward fold over that left leg. And on your next inhale, slowly curl, climb yourselves back all the way up to your seat. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to take that right foot, cross over, come into your version of your half pigeon or seated figure four here. Props, however and wherever you may need them or want them. And then sink yourselves in once you have yourselves all set. As you inhale, you're going to slowly bring yourselves up if you're folded in. Straighten the right leg out, so heel or foot to the floor. Slide into your forward fold. And as you inhale, bring yourselves to your seat. that is all I have for you. That is a very, very basic chair class, so I hope you enjoyed it. So we're gonna get ourselves set up for Shavasana, just because if you're in a chair, that doesn't eliminate Shavasana. It's kind of necessary, and especially right now, the extra relaxation is very much needed. So you have a few choices. If you're not comfortable getting down onto your floor space, you can just stay in your seat. So exactly how we started is how you can end it. Just finding a comfortable seat space, letting yourselves relax, fold in. You can put something underneath your feet if you can't reach the floor comfortably. But really you just want to be comfortable in that seat space for 5 minutes if that's where you're staying. If you would like to go to the floor, you can use your chair, and you're gonna lay yourself back. I'm just gonna move my chair so you can see what we need to do. You're gonna get down onto the floor, and it's a modified variation of legs up the wall, where you're gonna take and you're gonna swing the backs of the legs up onto the seat, so you get that bend in the knees. You can prop yourselves up elsewhere if you need it, if you need some cushion underneath the head, or cushion underneath the back because you're on the floor. Go ahead and get yourself set. So then from wherever you're at, the arms and the legs need to be relaxed and heavy and falling open. Your eyes are closed. The gaze is turned down towards the cheekbones. Your jawline is relaxed. Relax your fingers and toes. Relax your belly, your jawline, throat. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth and breathe. Breathe and release anything that does not serve you in this very moment. Breathing slowly, soften, and let go. Slowly begin to add movements
Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, deepen your breath. Bring your arms up overhead, give yourself a stretch. You can bend your knees, roll to your side. And as you begin your inhale, slowly work your way to your seat. If you were in your seat already, you're just blinking your eyes open. And if you're on the floor, you can stay on the floor or work your way up, whichever way you would like. Thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like more, let me know. I can always do more. So that everybody has a little tool for their toolbox during this extremely uncertain and stressful times in our lives. Hands are going to come to heart center. May the long sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you always guide your way on. Namaste.